I just thought I'd give a little update on our ending year. It's been a long year, I've had some interesting work, but this is just, I'm glad I'm finishing it this way. We've got this fully up and running, fully commissioned, barring a few bits, but it's just little tweaks. So it's been the biggest job I've ever done. Like, I've designed, Underflow were done before me. I got involved, they wanted to put 120 kilowatt ground source in here, and then it were 120 kilowatt of gas on two 5,000 litre buffers. We've gone with 238 kilowatt Heliotherms. So all this side I've designed myself, and it's just nice to see it come to fruition, actually work, you know. You don't worry about stuff like this. So I'll just give you a walk through where it is and what it is. So it's looking nice now, but we've seen before when we had photos of this plant room, but now we've got it fully lagged. So we have second turn pumps going to different parts of the house. We've got two 400 litre OSOs that are run via reciprocal valves that will open and close, and we can load each one. Each cylinder is done by each heat pump, so they're not dual fed. Love these tunnishes, how we've done that on discharges. Four 450 litre accumulators. We've then got a reaction tank, which is on a bypass, which is just letting part flow through. We've got the two minor ones, which are reusing from old system instead of buying new pumps, which are working well, and I'm glad to see they're actually still on wall, because they're heavy as hell. We've got a set blending valve here, and I'll technique one now. What I've done with that is, I'll show you in a minute, but that's set to 45, so we can pull the buffer temperature up higher, and then it won't put anything into the flow. Each room's got a stat on it, so we won't overshoot as such, so that should be all right. The only thing now, looking back, is whether, and I'll talk through the control side in a minute, is whether I should have used an electronic mixer internally and whether come from buffer and then use a fixed flow temp on buffer via his KNX system that he's using. Something I'm debating at the minute, but like I say, on every job there's always something that you change. So SBVRGs, insulated. I'll technique the aerators on top, insulated, apart from this one does made in because it's on an angle, because I couldn't get it on the jacket. Flappy check valves there. We've then got our Technic XF Calefes 1.5 inch, which have a bypass, and we can set KV on them as well. They're just on returns from there. So we've got a heat pump feeding each cylinder, heat pump going into an header for buffer feed, then back 280 litre IMI staticos. We've got this in case he ever wants to add another source in future, or just for anything else if he wants to pull from it. We've then got the Electra fill machine, so that's all in, all done. Insulation all being done. We've used Kingspan Cool Firm 20mm, all down there. Also with Global Wave expansions that come, which looks pretty neat on them. I love these jackets, so everything we've got everything jacketed now, so they'd be cool, so they're all on, all looking neat. I've got to wait for Jack Studios there, give me some, I've ordered some things to put on, so we know what all valves are for. Same, we've got secondary returns there that go back to each heat pump as such, so we can isolate as and when, but it won't pull from other. We've got a check valve on there as well, so it won't pull back, flappy check, so it won't pull through as we're pulling away. But what's interesting is secondary side we're running from KNX, so it's all houses on KNX, and what it's going to be doing is, depending on what we're wanting, we're going to be taking different nats. So at the minute we've got tank 1, tank 2's loading, so tank 2's on, immersion's off, direct at water changes off, so that all that does is change. When that goes on, it changes the valves over. So what we're going to do is, because we only need one 400 litre most of the time, not until pull's running and whatnot, we won't need the other one. That'll happen is we can then change them. So this is set up to do weekly, so we'll load this 1 week, then it'll swap to that one and take that straight up to 65, do a Legionella check and do that, then it'll swap week after that, where we're getting heat loads run, sharing load through the heat pump, and also sharing load through cylinders, and keeping that water fresh and tanks clean. So that's what that'll do. Pump 1, pump 2, So at times we can pull pump 1 on or pump 2 on. What we can also do through this is, because we're running mod bus back to the heliotherms, is we can take it higher, tell it we want it when in low electric use, low electric points tariff costings, low cost electric, we can take that buffer temperature, and that's what that fixed flow's for there on there, because if we take it up to 70 we can pull from that. Depending on what zone we want and what actuators, we'll just be opening and that, so we will be running these on proportional pressure, and they'll just move up and down depending on what's open and what's closed. So also what we've been doing here is we've been doing there's a pull plant row. So what we've been doing this week is getting the pull ready. So the pull's going to run off a hybrid with a gas boiler, and then we just got a backup one, and we're going to do the pull underflow as well from the buffer. So this is where we left it. I know we need to swap that pump head and whatnot, but we're back in January to do all this. So that's been in, and flows are in, and then this is his buffer. So we've got another 850 litre buffer. We've got one 18 kilowatt heliotherm coming down there, and that's returned back up. 50 litre expansion there. That's going to go along to our pole equipment. So we've got 42mm headers off there, and then we're going to come up in 22mm and take it along and drop it down and in. These are control units, so that's inside. That one at minute, that's for the pole. That one will be done after Christmas when we're back to finish the pole. This is how that one's running at the moment, and this is the master unit. So the slave is usually running just for hot water and not much more. They're really nice bits of kit, these, and that's on there. So I'll just show you the outside now where the pumps are. It's massive place, this. Quite a bit of walk, so yeah, we've enjoyed this one. It's been a nice way to, to finish here, to know the house is getting warm as well. You can see this place is so vast. Get lost. So heat pumps are on, running. So this is where the two 5,000 litre buffers were going to sit, which crazy why they were going to put them in. So they were going to sit in there, and then we've got this filled in now. So we've got these are getting wrapped, so these will all be black, and there'll be some more stone to go on there once it's cleared out and done. So master, slave, that's for pull. We used all tanking around there, containment. We need to clean this primary pro down, but all primary pillars in, all in and down. Looks pretty neat against back. Yeah, we've got his drips that go outside, and we've got underneath now is primary product. So they're all on. They're all sealed, and we're all good. So that's it. It's pretty proud of that one. So I hope everyone has a good Christmas, and has a nice break. Merry Christmas.